Uh, Apefather never sleeps, right? Just wanted to do a short live stream. I normally don't like to talk about politics, but in this particular case, I feel that I have to. There's some crazy stuff going on. I mean, I've never seen anything like this before in my life. Okay. And I want to talk a little bit about it. I really, really want to talk a little bit about it. Okay. Donald Trump, as we all know, okay, started his career in the 70s. Okay. He originally was working with his father, Fred Trump, in the Trump organization, who built, affordable housing in Brooklyn and in Queens. Okay. Now, Donald went out, to Manhattan. He wanted to make the Trump brand, present in Manhattan with the big boys, the big deals, and has been doing business again since the 70s. Okay. So we're not talking about like we're in 2023 right now, going into 2024. Many of these bank loans, okay, that they are currently there's a fraud lawsuit going on right now with Letitia James, the district attorney in New York, and it's regarding that Trump has inflated his net worth in order to get favorable business, loans for his real estate empire, favorable insurance terms. Okay. So this is the first question that I have, and I'm just curious if any one of you feel the same way. Why is all of this happening now? Like, why now? Why now after Trump was the president of the United States and now is running to become the president of the United States once again? Okay. I'm just trying to understand because he's been in real estate since the 70s. Okay. He's been all of the things that they're accusing Trump of. He's been doing this in essence since the 70s and into the 80s and into the 90s and into the early 2000s. But yet suddenly now, for some reason, all of this is coming out. Um, it just seems weird to me. Something seems rotten in Denmark. Okay. It's like, why now? Even if, let's say, what they're saying has some truth to it, because I'm not saying to you I disagree. I think that Donald Trump, one of his, things was to always exaggerate. He, listen, I love the guy. I love the guy, but 1 minute his net worth is 10 billion. Then the next minute his net worth is 5 billion. Then his net worth is 2 billion. The guy is known to exaggerate. Okay, but that's not really what the point is here. The point is here is I'm pretty confident that people have known that Donald Trump has exaggerated his net worth for a very long time. Like a matter of fact, I was just watching on like Netflix. I was watching Trump, An American Dream, and they were talking about this back in like the 80s, the early 80s, how everybody felt that Trump exaggerated his net worth. And this has been going on. Like people have talked about this like for a very, very like decades and decades and decades, probably for the last 50 years. I think people have accused Donald Trump of exaggerating his net worth. But the thing is, why now? Right. How you doing, RJ Adventures? Like, why do you feel now, all of a sudden, Letitia James, the district attorney in New York, everyone is going after him now? It's to me, it's all about it's like a banana republic. It's like a banana republic. It's like they know that Trump, first of all, is leading by a landslide. He's going to win the Republican nomination. I mean, it's pretty much in the bags. The guy doesn't even have to attend the debates that go on. He's so far ahead. He doesn't have to participate in the debates. Okay, so he also has in many polls a very very strong lead over Joe Biden for the presidency. So they're doing, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. Look, I cannot say I'm a politician. I am not giving any political advice. This is certainly not, what I'm saying is not legal advice because I am not a lawyer. Everything I'm saying is subject to my own opinion and it's for entertainment purposes only. But it just seems to be very coincidental that all of these things are happening to him now. Why not like why didn't this happen in the 70s? Why didn't this happen in the 80s where they said, Donald, we think that you're, exaggerating your net worth. We want to look into your business empire. You want me to tell you the reason why? Well, let's start with the 70s. In the 1970s, New York City was in very, very bad times. Extremely, it was the mayor at the time was a Beam, and the city was basically bankrupt. The city was bankrupt. AB was going to everywhere. You know what I mean? Washington asking for money for everybody. The city was on the verge of bankruptcy. Okay. So Donald Trump, when he did the Commodore Hotel deal, okay, he gave New York City a second chance. He gave New York City, this was the Grand Central area. He gave New York City, it was $100 million development. Okay, it was the Commodore Hotel, which was transformed into the Grand Hyatt Hotel. So obviously, nobody had any problem with it because he was saving the city. He even wound up getting a 40-year tax abatement. Okay, because that's how desperate the city was. The city was so desperate for someone to come in and make a major development, they gave him a 40-year tax abatement. Okay, which is like unheard of. Okay. So now he builds Trump Tower, right? Which is the I love you, Angie. Trump 2024. He builds Trump Tower, which was the Bonwood Teller building. Okay. And guess what? Now this was under the Koch administration when Ed Koch was the mayor. He still winds up winning, even though Koch didn't want to give him a tax abatement. He wins a tax abatement again. Okay. So I'm just trying to make a point. Not only were the government, I'm just trying to make a point, not like investigate Trump for inflating his net worth. Not only were they not investigating him for any wrongful like business or anything, okay, they were giving him tax breaks of hundreds of millions of. This is the city of New York I'm talking about. I'm not talking about banks, right? I'm not talking about insurance companies. The city of New York was giving Donald Trump hundreds of millions of dollars in tax breaks because he was building things that were basically turning the city into a very, very positive place, right? So this is what my point is, okay? How is it now, after all the benefits that Donald Trump did for New York City, after he single-handedly brought the city back, okay, to good standings, okay? I mean, we could go on and on with all the beautiful developments he did. A lot of people don't realize it. The guy did so much in New York. At one point, he actually owned half of the Empire State Building. People don't know that. Okay. I could go on and on and on. Donald Trump, there was the wolf the Wolfman ring. He actually went out himself, fixed that project for free. For free. Okay. I could go on and on and on. The guy was like the savior of New York City. He was the savior of New York City. Now, going forward now into present day, 2023, somehow he became the enemy of New York City. How did this guy go from the savior of New York City to the enemy of New York City? That's the question we really all have to ask ourselves. And I think the answer is quite obvious. It's because they do not want him to be the president of the United States. And I have never seen anything like this in history, what they're doing to this guy. I mean, he's indicted 4 times. The guy was impeached 2 times. Now, they're actually going to the point where they're trying to remove his children, okay, from being executives in the Trump organization. They don't want him to do business in New York City anymore. They want to fine his business up to $250 million. This is really, really crazy stuff now. This is really, really absolutely absurd. And I just don't know how you feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. And I wanted to make a video on this because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. He's gonna wind up winning. With all this stuff that they're throwing at this guy, his popularity is going through the roof. Because I think everybody sees it. Everybody, no, people are not dumb. People are not dumb. They see what's going on here. They see that this is all for political reasons, very similar to a banana republic. And I really, really feel that everything they're doing is gonna make him come in with a landslide. I think he's gonna win with a landslide. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't want to get too much of it, but I just wanted to kind of wet my beak a little bit and talk about this because it was bothering me all day. It's bothering me all day how suddenly now they feel I got to get my charger for my computer. Hold on one second. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. So, get my pillow here. Got to get a little comfortable. Uh, tired. It's kind of late. Didn't really get much sleep here, but wanted to talk about this real quick. Wanted to get a little comfy here, like a big bear. You know, it's just a crazy country we have. We have the greatest country in the world. We really do. America is the greatest. But there's certain elements in our country that need a lot of work. And it's definitely, the democracy in our country, the political system, the swamp is definitely needs to be drained. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in politics. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure that out. It's the greatest country, period, but there's a lot of flaws. There's a lot of flaws, man. The stock market is a disgrace in our country. I love America, but listen to me. I love America, but the problem is just because this is the greatest country in the world with freedom, this is the greatest country in the world with just, I mean, so many beautiful things that we have in this country. There are flaws. The stock market, our political system, there is a lot of stuff that needs work in our country. Our country have to have, a fair election process, a fair democratic process. You can't prosecute a political opponent. You really can't, because that's called a banana republic. That's called a banana republic, and I just feel that's what's happening. I just feel because look, for all these people who hate Trump and they say, I hate this guy. Okay, he's been doing business in New York City since the 70s. That's going to be my argument to them. They have been arguing. Forbes magazine has been arguing. So many people have been arguing that he's been exaggerating his net worth since the 70s. So don't you find it a little odd? Don't you find it a little ironic that now they're coming out with all this stuff? It's like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's like all these things are coming out now. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. It just something seems rotten in Denmark to me. And it's the same thing with our stock market. It's the same thing with our stock market. Okay, the stock market, it is controlled by the corrupt 1%. And I just feel that Gary Gensler is a wreck Okay. I don't know if this dude is on the payroll. $7 billion fine to Citadel when they made 16 billion. Listen to me. I'm sorry. There is a lot of flaws. And I'm not trying to listen. You know, I love America. You know, I love the men and the women that serve this great country. You know, I love our military. You know, I love our vets. Okay, I love America. But the thing is that there's just things going on that are kind of leading towards the power kind of getting, the preference. You understand, getting the special treatment. The 1%, the corrupt 1% seems to always get their way. And a lot of people, I guess, are okay with that, but I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Maybe you're okay with it, but I'm not okay with it. The vice president is perfect. Don't make me laugh. The Mazzalorian. Oh my God. So I'm just saying to you, look, it's very, very important that we come together again. We get organized again. Okay. But you see, this is what I think happened to Basilorian. I think that we all got together, okay, for the purposes of doing something beautiful. It was a beautiful dream. We wanted to beat the hedge funds. We all were buying, were holding together. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. But the problem is, what we didn't anticipate was how horrible and how horrific the corruption in this country is. We didn't anticipate how bad it is. It turned out to be like the worst thing. It's like the worst possible nightmare that we could ever, witness. And yes, I always agreed with the Mazzalorian that this is something that just goes not just past hedge funds. This goes into our government. This goes into so many powerful, powerful people that are involved in this. And the thing is, I don't think we could win. You want me to just say it? I know it sounds weak. I know it sounds, and even the Mazzalorian might get mad at me. The Mazzalorian might say, "What the F are you saying, gay father?" I think there's just too many powerful people that are involved in this that we don't stand a chance. It's like, remember Rocky 4 with Adrian when she told Rocky, "You can't win." I just don't believe we can win. That's it. I believe there's too much corruption. This is what I believe. I believe that we all started off with the right idea. I think we started off with getting organized, wanting life changing wealth, wanting generational wealth. I think that was the right step. Getting organized, starting a movement, that was beautiful. But I think somewhere along the lines, I think that we just had the wrong dream. I think that we had a dream that we could overpower Ken Griffin. We could turn Wall Street into a fair marketplace. It's just never going to happen. Okay. Wall Street, in my opinion, is the most corrupt, rigged system. There are so many major players involved, so much corruption that it's just a complete and utter waste of time. That's just the way I see it. So, what is the answer? Okay. Now, I don't know if the Mazzalorian will agree with me on this, but I'm just going to tell him what I've always been noticing my life. Okay. I noticed in my life that the real estate industry, for some reason, is not corrupt. I have seen my father make money in real estate my whole entire life. I have seen all of my family make money in real estate their whole lives. I've made money in real estate my entire life. All of my friends and family made money in real estate. So it's kind of like I've never seen one case where someone was robbed, corrupted the way that we are in the stock market. Like, again, we lost $350 billion in 2022. Now, the thing is, the real estate business is great, but I read articles, I did a lot of research. Okay. The casino industry, okay, is like the real estate industry on steroids. You could have one successful casino and it makes more money than 100 hotels. You see what I'm trying to say? So the way I look at it if you're going to be in the real estate industry, you might as well be in the biggest cash generating sector of the real estate industry, which to me is the casino industry. Now, let me elaborate. I'm not just talking casinos in the sense of, real property. I'm talking online casinos. I'm talking casinos in terms of sports betting. And I'm not just talking about America. I'm talking a worldwide empire. Las Vegas, of course, but then, Macau. Macau is even more profitable in terms of win than they are in Las Vegas. Okay. So this is where I think, see, this is what I wish happened. You know what I wish happened? Let me tell you. I wish that when we all got together, all these millions and millions and millions of retail investors, right? We all formed this movement. We all got together. I wish we had a different dream. Like I think it was great we all got together, but I just think somewhere along the lines we had the wrong dream. Because let's face the facts, and I don't think anybody could argue this fact with me. We lost 350 billion. Do you understand what this means? 350 billion. It's more money than Elon Musk has. Elon Musk doesn't have 350 billion dollars. Elon Musk is worth 260 maybe billion. We lost $100 billion more than Elon Musk's net worth. Okay. It's all now gone. It's vaporized. It's squandered. 350 billion is worth zero. That's the money we lost in 2022, while Citadel made $16 billion. Now, I always like to make the point, could you imagine if all of that money, if it wasn't invested in meme stocks and the stock market, let's say it was invested in casinos. So let me give you one example. Okay. The Bagada in Atlantic City, this is just one casino. Okay. Makes 124 million a month. Let me repeat that. 124 million a month. Now, let's say that casino could be acquired for a price tag of about $4 billion. How many casinos could you have bought for 350 billion? I mean, I want you to think of close to probably 100 casinos. So it is very logical, okay, to assume that if that same 350 billion that was squandered in the stock market was invested in casinos that were on the caliber of the Bellagio in Las Vegas, the Borgata in Atlantic City, the Wynn Palace in Macau. Okay. If you were buying casinos of this caliber, okay, what I'm trying to make you understand is it's very reasonable to believe we would be making somewhere between $100 billion or more in revenue every year. $100 billion. Okay, I don't know. I see something about ads. I don't know if it's saying ads are going to be running shortly for some viewers, but anyway, agree 100%. This is the Basilorian. We had a mission that worked like magic, kicked the can, made us suffer, dragged it out, sent it to the bots, divided and conquered, and well played by them. Okay. But this is the thing, the Mazzalorian. A lot of people now are at a point where they feel it's over. Okay. This is what happened. They're like, that's it. I'm done. I'm finished. I have no money. My life sucks. I'm ready to give up. I think ads are about to start in a few seconds here. So let's see what happens. Let me just give this a few seconds before I continue. I don't know. I think there are ads. I've never seen this before. It says ads inserted. I'm not sure if I should keep talking, if I should. I'll just keep talking. All right. So why can't we do this? Okay, just hear out the Apefather. Why can't we do a new direction? Okay. Why can't we do something different this time? Okay. And what is that? Enter the casino industry, online casino, sports gambling, real property casinos, such as the Borgata, such as I'm not saying that, the Bugatti is for sale, but I'm just making a point. I'm just saying entertainment purposes. I'm saying casinos on that caliber. Casinos on the caliber of the Bellagio. Casinos on the caliber of Paris in Vegas. Casinos on the caliber of Wynn Palace in Macau. Now, here's the thing. I have a simple way that this could happen. A lot of people call me a con artist. A lot of people call me a scam artist. None of this is true. I have never committed a scam in my entire whole life. Never. I have a perfect, clean record. But you have to try to understand there has to be things done with a certain amount of legalities. So here's an example. If I would ask for an investment from someone, okay, it's illegal to do that. It is illegal to ask for an investment. First of all, I am not registered with the SEC. I am not a broker dealer. I do not currently have an offering that has been arranged by a securities firm and approved by the SEC. So at this particular point, it is not legal for me to offer any form of a solicitation of an investment or any type of interest in a project. And you want to know something? I'll make you all laugh. Even if it was, even if it was legal, okay, who would want to really invest in me right now? Okay, what have I accomplished? What have I done in my life? Nothing, right? So everybody's going to say, "Hey, Father, don't take this the wrong way. Why would I consider putting up real money in a project? You never showed us that you could complete this. You never showed us that you could do this in a successful, obviously educated and very sophisticated way." So this is the way I see it. Okay. What I need right now, I think both of us need something. You need what's called a change. Okay. You need a change of direction because you all got played and I got played. Okay. So you need a change of direction, but you need someone who's going to be, I mean, I guess you could call me the leader. I'm not looking to be like a leader, like per se, but you do need someone who's going to lead the way, who's going to show you the light, who's going to open up the door to this new industry, who's going to open up the door to a new light, to a new opportunity. So how does that happen? It's called giving me what's called a vote of confidence. That's how it happens. Giving me a vote of confidence. What is a vote of confidence? Super chats. That's it. It's very simple. The more and more live streams I do, like if enough apes, if enough retail investors would just be willing to say, you know what, Ape Father has $5. Like you saw the other manager today gave $270 in super chats. Gave $270 the other manager today. If enough apes just came to this live stream and said, here's $5, here's $10, here's $50, here's this, and just kind of kept doing it over and over and over again, live stream after live stream, it could get to a point where I can now complete one project. That's all I need to do. All I need to do is complete one project. Okay. Now, once I do that, I could get the best, most prestigious, securities firm. I'm not going to be an Adam Aaron. You know how Adam Aaron didn't want to hire West Christian. Adam Aaron didn't want to hire Share Intel. Adam Aaron didn't want to do a share recount. Adam Aaron didn't want to open up the books. Nothing. Okay. See, Ape Fall is going to be the complete opposite. Ape is going to hire all of these people, West Christian, everybody. I want to hire the best of the best. I want all of my books and everything completely transparent. I want to put together then an offering that would be approved by the SEC for the second project, for the third project, for the fourth project, to get all of my ape brothers and my ape sisters involved. Now, you might say to yourself, but why would I do this? Listen, let's say that you could see that the casino industry is generating more than the stock market. Like, look, online casinos are generating at this point $100 billion a year. And that's just online casinos. Okay. Then you got The casino industry is doing even better. Sports betting is doing the same. Okay, so if wouldn't it make more sense for all of you to eliminate Ken Griffin, get him out of the picture? No more Ken Griffin, no more Adam Aaron, no more Gary Gensler, and go into an industry that can be run by an ape, run by a retail investor, and controlled and run by other retail investors eventually down the line. Like that's the goal. The goal is that we cut out the corruption. There is no more corruption. That's my vision. And the thing is, I can't do it no more. Like I know everybody wants me to still be the old ape father, and AMC to Pluto, Ahoo, and all that. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. Stock market to me is too corrupt. It's like I said, I've had it. I'm sorry. Look. I'm not telling you you can't make money in the stock market, but definitely if you are going to make money, I feel it should be by day trading at this point. I mean, unless, like I said, unless you're looking to invest in the S&P 500s for the next 30, 40 years of your life, or index funds or something of that nature, or like really solid blue chip companies for the next 30, 40 years. I don't see it. It's a waste of time. I feel like trying to make fast money in the stock market, your best bet would probably be day trading. But even then, listen to me. You never know what's going to happen with this friggin' crazy stock market. At any minute, a company could just collapse. You never know what's going to happen. And I'm tired of it. Between Holtz, between all of this bullshit that goes on, I'm tired of it. Your beard looks good, Ape Daddy. Thank you, Wild Styles Vlogs. The Mazzalorian, I do not believe that AMC will run to a level that I needed to run to recover my investment. I don't believe it. Okay. I just don't believe it anymore. I'm sorry. I believe that too much damage was done. Now it's a matter of like, if anything, trying to kind of like, make 1,000 here, make 1,000 there, like I said, day trading it. I think that's the best bet with AMC. And actually that's what I've been doing. I think the best bet is you'll make more money I think for the next several months, and I've actually made a point about this. See, I don't think people believe in AMC as a long-term investment anymore. They don't do it. They don't believe in it as a long-term investment because they've seen Adam Aaron squander $2 billion already. The guy burns through $600 million a year. The guy's, it's all about dilution. He sold 40 million shares. He can sell up to 390 million shares. I just don't think that people believe in AMC in the long term. So what I think people are doing now is day trading AMC. And I think that it's going to go on like this for the next several months. You're going to see AMC go up to maybe the mid-8 range, $9 range, go right back to the $7 range, and it's going to be like a windshield wiper. It's going to go back, boof, psh, boof, psh, boof, psh. And the thing is, you actually probably could make money. You probably could make money, and that's what I'm doing. Now, again, I'm not a financial planner. I don't give financial advice. I'm an entertainer. Don't listen to me, but I am not holding anything else. Like my days of holding are gone. Okay, with the stock market. And again, it's just all corrupt anyway. It's like I feel like we're playing a game that ultimately we just can't win. So that's why what I'm trying to do is I'm at like the networking stage right now of my idea. I'm at the networking stage of trying to get people who are like-minded like me that want to enter the real estate industry, specifically the casino industry, online casinos, sports betting, real property casinos. And now, see, a lot of people will say this, like the Black Mazzalorian. They'll say, don't you think that your dreams are not realistic? This is what they'll say. They'll say, don't you think this is too big? Well, let me remind everyone who says that Retail lost $350 billion in 2022. They lost 350, like that money is squandered. That money is worth zero. Okay. And I don't want to keep repeating the same things over and over again. If you took a casino like the Bagada that makes $124 million a month, it doesn't cost 350 billion to purchase the Bagada, maybe 3 to 4 bill. Okay. So you're talking about a small fraction of what retail lost that could actually start one mega project. The Mazzalorian. I wonder, is this really you, John? Because I never know. Everybody has these friggin' bots and made up accounts. I wonder if this is really you. I hope it is. But 100% agreed. I've been saying that for weeks. If it runs, I'm taking profits. I'll be very clear about that with my audience. You will be able to scalp it on days, and I'm just holding my original shares. Well, look, this is the thing, John. You know what's happening right now, brother. We're playing what's called the chasing game. Okay. I don't like the chasing game. Okay. Let me tell you what the chasing game is. It's very similar to what happens to people who go to casinos, by the way. Now, I'm not talking about the true winners. The true winners are the house. The house always wins. So I'm glad it's you. The house always wins. I'm talking about people who are the gamblers. Like I made an analogy before. There was a guy I knew, right? He lost $25,000 at a casino. So now his whole thing was, I just want to get my money back. That was his goal. So what he would do, he goes back to the casino. It turns into now he lost 40,000. Okay. Then he lost 60,000. Then he lost 100,000. It's like it's a chasing game. So like that. Look, is it possible that you're going to day trade a couple of times and you're going to get it right? Yes. Is it also possible that you're going to day trade a couple of times and get it wrong? Yes, it's possible. It's not a guarantee that every single time you day trade AMC that you're going to make money. You're certainly going to have the times where you lose money too, because you never know. It's such an unpredictable, crazy, psychotic, corrupt, rigged friggin' stock market that you never really know what's going to happen. So the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, I'm not saying to you that you shouldn't attempt to try to get your money back. Obviously, all of us should do that. And I do feel that day trading is much better than holding. But at the same time, it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. Do you want to know what is a guarantee, though? Do you want? And I hate to use that word. The casino industry. I don't. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but it's like we're all. This is what we're all doing right now, right? We're all chasing and stressing ourselves out, giving ourselves high blood pressure. You know, battling the most corrupt friggin' stock market, and probably AMC being the most corrupt stock in the history of the stock market, just driving ourselves mentally sick, draining our bank accounts, draining our confidence, draining our health. Okay. And I say to myself, while we're doing all of this, the casino industry is guaranteeing making money every single day, 365 days a year. Christmas, they're making money. Thanksgiving, they're making money. And they're always, every single day, the casino is making money. But, bro, again, listen, buying casino shares, listen to me, again, you're still part of a corrupt stock market. You're not, see, it's people like this guy, Bravo, that's just not, you're just not getting the big picture here. You're not getting the big picture. It doesn't matter, in essence, what you invest in the stock market. It's all rigged. It's all effing rigged. So so the idea I'm trying to make you understand, Bravo, which obviously you don't get, is to stop investing in the stock market. This is the thing. Okay, there's other things you could do. Like, for instance, there are things called private placements. There's crowdfunding. which is approved, with the SEC. You got to get all of this stuff approved where people can get an ownership interest. Now, again, I am not offering that as of today. I just want to be perfectly clear. I am not offering that as of today. That would only be offered when all of the right paperwork and the legalities were filed. When I hired a top-notch securities firm, that's when I would be talking about that. But you see, you're missing the point. By you saying to buy casino shares, once again, you don't know who's involved with who. You don't like. I'll even go a step further. Okay, I'll even go a step further. A lot of people even feel that social media is corrupt. Social media, okay, and that Ken Griffin has a lot to do with a lot of channels. Like let's just take my channel. Like I'll give you an example. Let's take my channel. I went from getting at one point one video over 100,000 views, right? Every video I put out, 80,000 views, 75,000 views, 50,000 views, right? Okay. Now my videos are getting 10 views, 5 views, 15 views, 20 views. Okay. So is it possible that social media is corrupt as well? You see, I think you're all see, there's not too many people that are understanding what I'm trying to explain here. Okay. The idea, Bravo, is to get away from all the corruption, to get away from it. You don't want to be involved where you're investing in MGM, because how do you know MGM is not corrupt? You don't want to get involved with anybody who is not an ape. This is the key. You know who I trust? Apes. You know who I trust? My brother apes and my sister apes. I don't trust executives at AMC. I don't trust executives at MGM. I don't trust executives, in anything. I don't trust nobody. Okay. I trust me. That's who I trust. Okay. I trust me and I trust my fellow apes. So, what I'm trying to make you understand is this: buying casino stocks is defeating the whole purpose of the whole V for Victory project that I have. You're defeating the whole purpose, because in essence, you're going right back into the corrupt stock market. You're going right back into the same ball game where these lunatics have friggin' Robinhood accounts. These lunatics have Webull accounts. That's payment for order flow platforms. Even Fidelity, listen, I have Fidelity. Even Fidelity has its problems. Okay. So you're going right back into the devil's den, and you're just not understanding that. The idea is to get away from the devil's den. This is what I'm trying to make you all understand. Get away. No more stock market. No more dealing with CEOs of companies. No more dealing with executives of companies. No more dealing with Ken Griffin. No more dealing with Adam Aaron. No more dealing with anybody. Nobody. We deal with ourselves. That's what I'm trying to make all of you understand. We deal with ourselves. We are family. Okay, this is what I'm trying to make you understand. Apes together strong. We don't need anybody else. That's what you don't understand. We don't need anybody else. Everybody always feels like I need somebody. I need Adam Aaron. He's the silverback. No, he's not the silverback. He's the scumbag back. Okay, it's like we don't need these people. This is where I'm going with this, with the V for Victory project. We could do it all ourselves. But again, we can't get to step 2 unless we finish step 1. We have to finish step 1. So step 1, you want to know what it is, and I know maybe a lot of people will get upset over this, but unfortunately, there's just no other way to do it. Step 1 is you need to elect someone. You need someone to be the leader who's going to open up the door to this new opportunity, who's going to open up the door to this new industry, who's going to step forward and make the first project come true. That person, ladies and gentlemen, is me, is the Apefather, okay? And what I'm asking for is to start a congregation. I want to start a new movement, okay, of AMC apes, retail investors who will put 1% vote of confidence into me by way of super chats. In other words, I want to load up my live streams. I want tremendous people here in my live streams. Do the super chats the best you can, whenever you can. Doesn't have to be one time, it should be consistent. Like if you look at the people who are currently giving me super chats, they're doing it on a consistent nature. Under manager, Tommy from the Bronx, Angie, you know what I mean? The other guy, Schwab's Gaines, Back to the Future 99. These are people who are giving me consistent super chats. But the thing is, we need to grow it to not 7, 8, 9 people. We need to grow it into millions of people. We need millions of people to come to this live stream and do this. Then this is exactly how it would all go down. I would complete the first project. I would then hire the best friggin' securities firms out there, the most prestigious. I will then register everything with the SEC, and we don't need banks. Listen to me. This is what you're not understanding. We're not going to need banks. We're not going to need Gary Kensler. We don't need nobody. We could fund these projects ourselves, but we can't do it yet. We can't do it yet because we have to first get past level 1, which is the super chats and helping Apefather complete the first project. Is there any questions? I'm just curious on this. Or do you guys like the idea? Do you guys hate the idea? Do you guys think that I'm smart? Do you guys think I'm a freaking lunatic? Like, give me some of your opinions. I'm just curious. Because I see like there's no questions here. Everybody's pretty quiet. Any questions? I'm just waiting to see if anybody has any questions. They're saying that ads are going to be starting again. I guess they just started these ads now on the live streams. No questions? I don't know. Is anybody still there? Or am I talking to myself? Well, listen, guys and girls, I will be ending this live stream soon. I mean, if there's no questions so far, I don't think there's been any super chats. As I said, I can't, I can spend only a certain amount of time. But if I feel that there isn't, people that have the same thinking process as me, if I feel there isn't people that have the same frustration of the corruption of Wall Street, I mean, again, retail lost 350 billion. Nobody seems to be concerned over it. Nobody seems to be concerned that retail lost, okay, more money than Elon Musk net worth, $100 billion. I really honestly don't know what's wrong with everybody. I think everybody lost their effing minds if you really want me to tell you the truth. Let me put it to you this way, for all the people who don't have a question. If that same $350 billion that we basically handed over to Citadel, okay? We handed over to Ken Griffin, we handed it over to hedge funds, we handed it over to the short sellers, okay? That same 350 billion, if it was invested in casinos, we probably could have acquired 100 casinos. Okay. And we probably would have a revenue of about $100 billion a year coming in for the rest of basically our lives. Okay. So I just can't understand. You really don't have to be the smartest person in the room here, You really don't have to have a very high IQ to understand that what we did in the stock market is the dumbest. That's why they call us dumb money. We lost 350 effing billion. Now, I'm not saying to you, listen, I'm not saying to you it's your fault because I believe that we were robbed. I believe that this was something out of our control. This is what I'm trying to make you understand. I'm not blaming you because I'm in the same effing boat as you. But the thing is, at some point, you have to learn from your mistakes in life. You have to learn from your errors. You can't keep making the same mistakes over and over again. Look, we all made a mistake. We tried something beautiful. We all did it. We tried something beautiful. It didn't work. Okay. I feel we were rigged. I feel it was all corruption. I feel we were robbed. Now, what I am trying to make the alternative thinking now is let's do the same thing we did in terms of getting organized, being united, okay, starting a movement once again, but in a different industry, the casino industry. But like I said, before we could start this empire, before we could start this dynasty, you need to kind of elect a leader. That's like it's kind of like, it's kind of like anything. A corporation has to have a visionary. A corporation has to have the one man who puts it all together. You know what I mean? And then once everything is put together and once everything is established, it's kind of like Field of Dreams. You build it, they will come. Right? That's the thing. So, that's the way I want to do it. I don't know. Look, no one's answering me. I'm going to be probably ending this live stream within a few more minutes. Does anybody have any questions? Trying to see if this thing is even working here. Let me just say, I'm going to write hello. Is like anyone there? I mean, it's pretty crazy. How much cocaine do I ingest on a daily basis? Well, let me ask you that question, okay? How much cocaine do you ingest on a daily basis, brother? Because you don't take this the wrong way, are the dumbest human being on earth, bro. And let me tell you the reason why. Because, all right, imagine if someone, I'm going to use a very bad term here. I'm going to use a very bad term. Imagine someone got raped. Hear me out for a second. Imagine someone got robbed, beat the F up, and raped. Okay. And they went to this very bad neighborhood. They went through a very dark alley, and you just literally got destroyed. Destroyed, beat to a bloody pulp. Okay. What kind of a person does that again? See, this is the question you have to ask yourself, right? What kind of a person does that same exact thing again? That's a person to me that is high on cocaine. That is a person to me that's Norman Bates. And that's what all of you friggin' people are doing. Hey, Father, you are very hot. Well, thank you. That's what all of you people are doing. You all lost $350 billion, okay? And you're all going back into your Robinhood accounts, into your Webull accounts, and you're investing in the same stock market that raped you, that beat the friggin' shit out of you, and left you friggin' broke. And this friggin' psychopath, Rick the ringer, is asking me how much how much cocaine I ingest. How much cocaine do you ingest, brother? Okay, how much coke? You know what's going to be funny? Can I make all of you laugh? Okay, when my project when my project is completed, and I have my first casino project completed, right? This friggin' guy, Rick the Ringer, is probably going to be in the same exact situation as in his life. Let me just give you a little like prediction of the future. Okay, so I'm going to be a billionaire. Okay, you're going to notice that I have a business making over $1 billion a year. Right, this friggin' guy Rick is probably still going to be listening to Lou with XRP. This I'm saying this is about a year, 2 years down the line. This guy Rick Lou's still going to be saying that XRP is going to $20,000. XRP at the time will probably be around 20 cents. Okay. And this freaking guy, Rick D. Riga, will be listening to Lou. Okay. Bro, you're an idiot. Who is Lou? Don't make me laugh, please. If you don't know who he is, I'm certainly not going to tell you who he is, okay? Spartan investor. When is that going to happen? Been 3 years with AMC. Well, let's put it to you this way, Spartan investor. If all of you idiots, okay, could come to the conclusion, okay, I'm going to answer your question. If all of you friggin' studads, okay, could come to the conclusion that the stock market is rigged, that we all got friggin' destroyed here, raped, beat up, destroyed by the stock market, lost 350 billion, we squandered. You understand? We squandered 350 billion. Let me answer your question, smart investor. The quicker it takes you to realize that this project could actually be completed within a week. I'm not talking about building it, but I'm talking about funding it. Like if millions and millions of retail investors came to that conclusion that listen, we got friggin' destroyed here. We got played like Liberace on an effing piano. We got played like Jerry Lee Lewis on the piano, the killer. It could this project could potentially be funded within a week. Okay. So really it's up to you guys. It's up to you. That's the thing. I'm trying to do it myself. Look, every time I do a video, you realize, smart investor, right? I currently have more videos uploaded than the largest YouTube station in the world. Okay. The largest YouTube station in the world is T Series. I have close to 25,000 videos uploaded. So people keep saying this to me. They keep saying, why can't you do this yourself? I am doing it myself. Every time I'm doing videos, every time I'm doing live streams, I'm rocking and rolling. I got a great work ethic. I'm doing tremendous hard work, and I am doing it myself. Okay. But guess what will expedite the process? You guys. But I don't know. I think that you like sucking on Ken Griffin's balls, a lot of you. I think you like losing money. I really do. I believe it in my heart. I believe that there's just, look, I believe there's one of three people out there. It's either people who actually work for Ken Griffin, they're Citadel snakes, okay, or people who are just the dumbest, lowest single digit IQ people out there, or people who just enjoy like losing. They like to lose because all you're doing is losing. That's all you're doing. You're not winning. Okay. You're not winning. So if you feel that the stock market is rigged, okay, Rick, listen to me. Why continue to invest in it, you friggin' psychopathic Norman Bates, friggin' Jeffrey Dahmer, John Gacy lunatic? Why are you investing in the stock market anymore? Look, smart investor. If you think I'm lazy, that's fine. Okay. But here's what the bottom line is. You're not lazy, right? You're a hard worker, correct? Okay. How much did you lose at AMC? How much money? You're a hard worker, right? You're not lazy. How much money did you lose at AMC, Spartan Investor? I'm asking you the way you're asking me a question, I'm asking you a question. 5K. Okay. So what I'm trying to make you understand, you friggin' Mama Luke, all right, is this has nothing to do with laziness. This has nothing to do with ambition, nothing. This has to do with two things. The stock market is rigged. That's number one. And the second thing is, I am not the only person here. It's called Apes Together Strong. It's supposed to be a movement. It's supposed to be all of us, not just super chats, but brainstorming together, working together. And the thing is, I'm not the guy running the casino. You understand that, smart investor. I am going to hire the greatest casino managers, the greatest casino executives in the world. I don't think you understand this, okay? Just so that you understand. All right, Spartan investor. Look, I'll tell you what. Listen to me. Let's do a comparison. This is what I want you to do. Are you ready? Let's do a comparison. When my first project is completed, let's see who's doing better in life, me or you with your futures. Okay, is that fair enough? Listen, I understand that I can't convince everybody. I understand that I cannot convince everybody. So here's what I'm going to do. For all the people who doubt me, for all the people who feel that they have a better direction, here's what we're going to do. Let's revisit this conversation when my first project is completed. And when my first project is completed, I would be more than happy to sit down with you. We could have a steak dinner. I'll get a very expensive bottle of wine, Don Perignon, whatever you want. I'm going to open up my books and you're going to open up your books. Let's see who's making more money. Okay. And at that point, when you realize that you've lost by friggin' a very large amount, do me a favor, shut your mouth. You ever hear that song by Ariana Grande? No tears left to cry. She says, shut your mouth. Okay. Smart investor. I'm worth $2 million. How much are you worth? Why would the greatest casino managers leave their current jobs for your casino? Money. that's that's the answer. Pay them better. And also, I believe that my project is going to be much more exciting. And I believe that my project is going to be much more successful. You'll see, Brownie. Ain't nobody want to hear you. Okay. Well, fire baseball edits. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to say goodbye to you. Bye. So guess what? Fire baseball edits. You no longer have to hear me anymore. Isn't that great? Look, guys, this is an hour. We haven't generated any super chats. Um, it's time to end the live stream. But realize that this is going to be the subject of every single live stream. So, if my advice to all of you is this: if you don't want to talk about this, if you have no interest in this, don't come to my live streams. Just don't come. I'm just trying to give you like a fair heads up. I'm trying to give you a fair heads up because I'm not going to stop this direction until the first project is completed. So have a good night, guys. V for victory and the ladies. Everything I said on this live stream is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. Everything I said is for entertainment purposes only. Super chats also are entertainment purposes only. Thank you very much.